Niners! Yes! One of the best franchises in NFL history. Smooth. Time to talk some ball, man. Smooth. Check out Isaiah Neyor. Give me some info on it, man, because I'm telling you, dude is making me crazy. Making George Kittle crazy, too. Meanwhile, say it ain't so, DMO. What? 49ers cornerback Lenoir arrested in L.A. on obstruction charge. Last guy. One of the last guys that I would figure some news like this would suddenly surface and it's got his name behind it. Hell no. But meanwhile, UDFA Isaiah Neyor is turning heads. Fam, I got to tell you, the Niners have been free of players dealing with criminal charges. Man, fam, you got to go back to Reuben Foster back when the 49ers finally told him goodnight in 2018. Now, that string of years without a player being brought up on charges has now come to a stupid halt. DMO Lenoir is due back in Los Angeles County Court on July 25th. Really? Lenoir's police altercation is of concern for a number of reasons beyond the charge. For us as Niner faithfuls, we've been here, we've seen this movie, we know how it ends. Usually, I'm trying to remember the last time it didn't. Alden Smith, Reuben Foster. There's a couple more, too. Meanwhile, some good news, though, as I say, out of Niners preseason camp to further confirm UDFA wide receiver Isaiah Neyor may indeed be special. Man. So to the Niners phones we go to hash over some of the known details regarding DMO Lenoir's adventures in L.A. Why can't he just go to L.A. like everybody else? Go to Disneyland, do something, and then just go home, DMO. Man! George Kittle's enthusiastic endorsement of UDFA wide receiver, though, Isaiah Neyor, is interesting. I really, because, well, let me jump into this. TMZ Sports reports that 49ers DMO was arrested by LAPD, which, of course, Rudy's on X. He's celebrating. Rudy, love me, you are on bleep. Thursday around 5:30 p.m., Lenoir was later booked on one count of resisting a peace officer. Multiple reports say police approached a group of people and saw a gun in a parked car. When they asked the man with the keys to hand them over, the man threw out the keys to DMO, who refused to allow the officers to have access to the car. The precise charges Lenoir is facing they're unclear. According to TMZ.com, the charge is resisting a peace officer. But according to NBCBayArea.com, the charge is obstruction of justice, which is what it sounds like to me from just the story. Again, law enforcement spokesman informed TMZ Sports that the incident began when officers approached Lenoir and another individual, Marcus Cunningham. After observing double-parked vehicles obstructing traffic, police suspected possible criminal activity and allegedly noticed a firearm inside Cunningham's vehicle. TMZ reported during the interaction, we're told Cunningham threw Lenoir his car keys. So that kind of confirms the story of two sources are telling you. And when officers asked DMO to hand him over, he did not and was arrested on one count of resisting a peace officer. According to public records from the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, Lenoir was booked at 9:40 p.m. on Thursday night at LAPD 77th Street Division on a misdemeanor charge. He was released at 1:18 a.m. on Friday and is scheduled to appear, as I mentioned, in Los Angeles Superior Court on July 25th at 8:30 in the morning. And his veteran scheduled to report to training camp on July 22nd, DMO. And now you got to leave to go to court. Fam, what WTF? You know, I mean, You run with your boys all your life or whatever the case may be, how long, and suddenly your status in life changes, right? A lot of guys don't have the wherewithal to make that differentiation. In order to be able to continue to do what you do, you got to cut some of your boys loose, man. I mean, you can see them on occasions, but make sure it's in a very controlled situation. You don't go out and meet your boys out on the strip, especially in L.A., and the cop, your boy throws you the keys, and you tell the cop, "I'm sorry, man, I can't do that." What are you doing, fam? Okay, I'm trying to. If it was me, I'm thinking in the way I think. I would have just said, "Look, you know what, bruh, I got to go, man. I'm gonna give him the keys. Now, you ain't got nothing in the trunk, do you? Oh man. I'm gonna call you later." I'd find a way to excuse myself out of the situation because I'm trying to tell him, "Marcus, man, I can't be going down with you on this. I'm Deommodore Lenoir, now I ain't DMO that you used to know. I can't do this." He has to understand. But I know the thing about that. There's a code, especially in the hood. Damn it. Oh, man, I just don't know what to think and do. Fam, what's up with this? What would you have done? My God. Niners front office issued the following statement. "We are aware of the matter involving Deommodore Lenoir and are in the process of gathering further info." Shit. Cunningham was also arrested for possession of a concealed firearm in a vehicle. This situation is still developing, and further details may emerge as the legal process unfolds. That means Alton with the weapon sitting right in the seat. So when the cop comes over, looks in the car, and he looks. Can you imagine the cop? Aren't you Alden Smith? Dude, I'm a fan. You're breaking my heart. What are you doing? Alden's life was never the same after that. Remember that? That was after his breakout of just you could see he had Hall of Famer written all over him, right? And now he gets on that slippery slope and he slides all the way into crap. From that point on, it was no returning back. And of course, the Kaepernick situation with the young lady. And then you got Reuben Foster. See, here's what worries me about Deommodore. See, the 49ers tried to give Reuben another chance because he's a good football player. So is Demo. But the 49ers just threw their hands up in the air and said, "We can't trust Reuben no more. We just got to give this up. We quit." And they let a good linebacker say goodbye because of some BS. Why can't these guys? I know they're young, but come on, man. It's not a league-wide problem. Not everybody's being stupid. So now we got probably one of our best cornerbacks could be in trouble. I mean, if they're gonna, I don't know what's gonna happen on the 25th, but I do know Roger Goodell is not happy, right? And he's gonna call Demo in and says, "Listen, I can't just let this go. Now I understand the court system said get misdemeanor, pay a fine, you can buy, but listen, I can't have this kind of conduct in the NFL, and you understand that. So I've got to hand down a sentence here, man. I'm going to give you 3 days. Listen, Demo, I really don't think you're a bad guy. I think you got caught between a rock and a hard place there with your buddy. I guess you do know him. And I think 3 days is enough. You've probably learned from that, right? You still want to play football. You're doing a great job in San Francisco. Don't you want to stay with that? All right? Can I trust you? Oh, man. Man. I read that. I said, what a Demo, not you, man. I've been supporting you the whole time, sending nothing but good things about you. People come in and talk about you like Charles. And I said, "Charles, man, you watch, keep an eye on that kid, man. He's going to be all right." You were all right. Oh, man. Fam, okay, how about some good stuff? UFDA Isaiah Neyor. GK making his annual offseason rounds, of course, as he does. He's tight end university, enjoying the Bussin' with the Boys podcast as he does every year. He singled out Isaiah Neyor, the UDFA receiver out of Nebraska, as one of the most impressive newcomers on the roster. GK said this about, he's a good kid. I like him. He's a freak. He's really tall. I watched him. He was running a route, and he got like 9.5 yards and 2 strides. Try to picture that for a second. Try to picture a linebacker or anybody else trying to cover him. 10 yards and 2 steps is, babe, that's freakish. George is right. Quote, George says, I was like, holy bleep, it was insane. We watched it like 10 times in the tight end room. We're like, how is he doing this? GK believes Mrs. Nayer's baby boy has a legitimate shot getting a parking spot at the Santa Clara facility with the Niners, regardless of the hot competition of the wide receiver room. And by the way, this dude is 6'4", 218 pounds, and he can play. I always am shocked at how some guys get overlooked. Now, he may not be overlooked. He may have some other issues that other scouts may have, because scouts, they got their boxes. They check this, check that, check here. Not so much here. He's out there. Check here. Maybe you got to get a certain amount of check marks before you go ahead, because they don't have time to sit there and really thoroughly evaluate a player. They do, but unless you really get their attention. But how did this guy not? He's a specimen, 6'4", 218. He runs a 4.4, and apparently he has hands. we may have a steal here, fam. He's that dude that during practice, the other guy saying, hey, did you see that? He's one of them. Did you see that, dudes? I mean, coaches are saying the same thing, from what I understand. This dude is bringing intrigue in camp, fam, already. JJ and Ricky P are currently penciled in as the starting wideouts for the season opener against the Hawks. But the depth chart also includes, second-year receiver. Jacob Cowan came in ready to play this year, fam. Gained some size. He's quietly putting together a strong offseason along with DeMarcus Robinson. DeMarcus is going to be fine anyway. Rookie draft pick Jordan Watkins is doing, Jordan is doing so well. I felt this is my own personal. I can't confirm anything like this. But the loud chatter about Watkins may be part of the reason B.A. was tripping last week. Thinking he was going to be jettisoned to places unknown, I imagine, in some kind of trade deal, thinking he was suddenly expendable because of all the conversation about guys like Watkins. Because remember, we talked about this the other day, but I didn't even know B.A. was this insecure. As cocky as he's been in some conversations with other people, I thought B.A. thought he was all that. And then he hears about what he thought was the 49ers talking about trading him while he's in the bed having to pee in a cup and can't walk, telling us all, too much information, B.A. And see, that's why I'm saying, what is it? No, we have a wide receiver room. I'm glad we didn't go out paying no money for nobody. I'm thinking this room's going to be great, fam. I think the training camp battle for wide receiver depth position is going to be crazy. This year, like no other has been in a while. And also, remember that jet fuel Junior Bergen, who's been on my list of favorite things to be able to look out for. Oh, I can't wait for this to stage and set. Woo! Fam, one last thing I'm following before I go to the phone. Now, Alfred Collins is a second-round pick. He still hasn't signed. And I'm sure he's aware of the fact that you cannot come back to camp until you sign, Alfred. Only 2 second-round picks have signed their contracts, Jaden Higgins and Carson Schwetzinger, of whom are the top 2 picks of round 2. Each signed a fully guaranteed deal, which in fact is not normal for a second-round pick. There's nothing wrong with Alfred Collins' calves, like they was trying to tell us. Alfred wants a fully guaranteed contract. Do you give it to him? I mean, fam, is he would you do it? All right. Alfred Collins, DMO, and about our UDFA. Is he making the roster? Could he end up starting? No, he said JJ. Ricky, man, look out, Ricky. Look out, man. I don't know. Your second year, that's the problem. JJ's established. DeMarcus is established. We got to have a couple other guys besides them too. Okay, yeah, let me stop. Smooth, get out in there, Smooth.
Ronbo, what's up, baby boy?
Oh man, full smooth. I'm just looking. I'm heartbroken on one hand. I'm delighted. It's like my emotions are going up and down. Demo has hurt my feelings bad, and then I got this wide receiver that they was talking about early on, but then they stopped talking about him. So I thought, well, maybe he fell off and ain't doing anything. No, he's still out there doing things.
About
Isaiah.
I told you about that boy.
I know it. And then all of a sudden, he got quiet about it.
I told you about him months ago.
I know. I was listening too. I ate it all up.
Just keep watching. Bro. I study these players, man.
6'4",
I study him.
Covering 10 yards in 2 steps. That boy's crazy good.
So what you want to touch on first? What you want to know? What, you want me to go in on Lenoir? I mean, you want me to go in on Isaiah?
Save the best for last. Go ahead. What are we going to do with Deommodore? What do you make of that situation?
You know he's from Los Angeles, and he got ties with some of them members down there.
I know.
He got Crip ties, but he ain't no Crip, but in the neighborhood. Boy. But yeah, he got to leave. He got to leave Marcus Cunningham alone, man. He known for carrying guns and shit. That's the dude that had the gun.
This dude is known for this? I didn't even know who DeMarcus was.
Not DeMarcus, Marcus Cunningham.
Oh, Cunningham. I didn't even know.
Yeah, Detroit versus everybody.
Man, shut the fuck up. South Central.
So he's been in this mess before.
And so Lenoir, he put himself in hot water. See, he only had trouble with the commissioner. He got trouble with Shanahan because you didn't see what Shanahan said, huh?
Not yet, because I've been keeping an eye on it. What did Shanahan say?
No, I told you I got inside scoop, bro. I got the news on that. Shanahan done with him.
Do share. What?
And Shanahan is bringing in. Remember his name, Jamel Dean, 4.3 flat speed, 70 games, started 51 of those games, had 247 tackles, 45 pass defense, 6'1", 206 pounds, long arms, out of Auburn, and had 7 interceptions. He was with Tampa Bay Super Bowl team.
Oh,
Niners bringing him in. See, God worked in mysterious ways. One go out and one come in.
When did you get this? When did you get word? When did you hear about this with Shanahan? Oh, you got inside information though.
I got it there from my homie, from my boy, Inside Scoop. You be hearing about it. You be hearing about it. So I got folks, bro, work on the inside down there, man.
I'm delighted.
You hear about it?
I'm delighted you shared that. I mean, I'm
bigger, faster, stronger, a dog.
My head just turned to a
That's why Shanahan don't have a problem getting rid of Lenoir, bro. And guess what? And it's a good thing too, because all that money he got, that's $92 million contract. Most of all that money can go kick in, so he can kick rocks.
Canceled.
That save us more money. And if Dean don't work out, we can go on and get Jalen Ramsey, bro.
Options. I forgot about Jalen. And he ain't gonna cost as much as Lenoir's contract.
We have options now. We have options, yeah.
Demo.
Yeah, Lenoir, pick your friends wisely, bro. And about they're young, can't use that no excuse, Ronbo. Talking about they're young, they're grown ass men. They're NFL, they grown men, they know the rules.
Demo's 25 actually. And
now all he had to do is just get his damn keys up. Why you put yourself in that situation?
Or as soon as
the police tried to get the keys from Lenoir. After his friend threw the keys to him, then Lenoir go throw them to some other guy, and they took Lenoir in.
Oh, yeah.
So, hey, bro, it's his court date. He got a court date coming up too, but he don't have to be there. Only his lawyer has to show up.
On the 25th. Is that right?
That's July 25th, and he be in minicamp July 22nd, but he probably be cut or traded.
Damn, Demo. Yeah, it's a no time. Man, the 49ers don't play anymore. You get one shot, don't you?
And Commissioner Roger Odell, he probably won't even punish him because it's not that serious. But the punishment Shanahan and Lynch go call Lynch, since he's general manager, he's going to call New York headquarters and talk to the commissioner and tell them we go punish him, we go suspend him, instead of them having to come out and do it. They'll beat him to the punch. But see, Shanahan, now he talking about he done with him. We trying to win the Super Bowl. We ain't got time for this, bruh. We don't have time to be bullshitting, bruh. You got all this money, and then you want to hang around the wrong crowd, bruh. No. You have to separate your friends, bruh. If they don't understand, they just don't understand. This is a business. They want to go down there and slang and go all in and hang out and drink and party and all that shit, and women shaking their ass in these clubs. No, that's not you, bruh. You're on a different level. Act like it. So about him being young, can't use that as an excuse, bruh. He knew. Now, what are you going to say? Oh, I know my friend had a gun. Well, your friend, you don't need him then, because him warn you that he had one on him.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even know if you got gang ties or nothing. You only be down there like on the off, on your off days and shit.
Yeah.
Off season, bruh. Come on, man. You got to leave them Crips and shit alone, man. But, yeah. So I'm going to leave that alone right there. That's going to handle the stuff. Shanahan going to handle that. So I'm going to give it to him. He got to go. But, Isaiah Neyor, 6'4", man. And you know what? He's across. He's across from Justin Jefferson for the Vikings and the Randy Moss, bruh.
I was thinking the same thing. That size and all?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Justin Jefferson and Randy Moss. See, Justin Jefferson is only 6'1". Randy Moss 6'4".
Yeah. So he's right in that realm, though. If he can do the things
he run a 4.4 flat. He wearing a 4.4 flat with 84%.
With 6'4". 218
pounds, 86%. His arms 34, 3/8 inches. That's 90%. His wingspan is 83, 1/8. That's 99%. His 10-yard shuttle is 1.51 seconds. That's 84%. Hands 9.5. That's 55%. Broad jump 133, 98%. And his grade overall is 72. And out of 247 receivers, he come in at number 78, and he's a 2-star. 2-star great. And the thing about it, the reason you hear, I know you got to go, but the reason you didn't hear too much about him when he was in college, because when you went to Texas and all that, they already had what you call him for what's Worthy. You know what I'm saying? So he was a 4th string, so he transferred and went to Nebraska. So he balled out Nebraska his last year. That's how you don't hear those last 3 years.
And
he balled out. Yeah, he's a steal, bro. He's a steal. They got to steal.
Sense.
They got to steal, bro.
Hey, Smooth, thanks for bringing me up to date on the Deommodore Lenoir stupid situation.
Yeah, but I told my boys on Inside Scoop, bro, Niners and shit. Quiet and kept, but yeah. I just bring it to you, what I hear. So
thanks, fam. All right, Smooth. I'm gonna see you Tuesday, and let's see what happens next.
All my brothers, all my brothers and families, y'all take care. Smooth already know what it is. 115 Second City. Shout out to the staff. I'm out. Smooth.
Night, fam.
All right. Good night.
Damn. Let all the wind out of my sails, man. Hey, yo, Maddie.
There you go. There's the mute.
Maddie,
via Ronbo.
Yeah, Maddie, man. All of a sudden, I'm thrown into this state of anxiety, man. I can't believe DMO did that, but I can't believe Smooth's inside information about Kyle said that's such BS. We just gave him a huge contract. He can't carry himself any more responsible than this. Oh. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, and there's multiple angles to it too. Like, let's say it was a longtime friend, I might would have done the same thing. But at the same time, like, then you also got to look at it from this angle too. If he's that good of a friend, why would he throw you his keys and put you in that situation? So, like, you got multiple ways to look at it, dude. Yeah. So, but here's another look at it too. Let's say this was in Arizona, and the cops saw that gun. Guess what? He probably ain't gonna do nothing about it because you can conceal carry without a permit.
That's right.
You can open carry without a permit. You can do whatever, as long as you're not a felon. You can do whatever the fuck you want in the state of Arizona with your gun.
And Texas too.
This wouldn't even have been an issue in another state. Like, this is just a California issue.
That's right, huh? That's right.
Yeah. Like, dude, I swear the state of California wants people to get shot.
And Reuben Foster, Reuben said the same thing. There was some situation with Reuben, something similar, but Reuben's girl called up, and they came in and found
that's a big problem when you get the ladies involved.
You know, but Matty, you can blaze up in California, but no problem, no.
In Oregon too.
That's right. You guys are the ones who started it, probably. Fields of green.
No, that's crazy. You got John Belushi up here, or Jim Belushi. Sorry.
God. Yeah. See, the laws they're not universal across America. And so, like you're saying, it is not, as you say, if a felon's not carrying that weapon, then why can't it be let go, give DMO a slap on the wrist for his resistance to the cop, and let it ride? They wrote him up, make him pay a fine. But it's not. It doesn't work that way.
No. So I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see what they have for him. Hoping for the best, man. But at the same time, like, I hope in my heart of hearts, whether or not he gets booted from us, or he goes on somewhere else, or he stays with us, I hope he learns a valuable lesson, if nothing else, man. I really do.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure if he gets kicked off, he will definitely have learned a lesson, and I can't imagine that happening again.
Yeah, dude, that's an expensive lesson to learn, isn't it?
Ain't it though? $90 million.
Yeah.
Oh, DMO.
Sorry, the Raiders to pick him up.
Yeah, I know, right? Raiders. This goes back in history for the Raiders. Raiders are always picking up those wayward children. Yeah. Guys said nobody else in the league.
Well, they did the same thing to what's-his-face. They did the same thing to what's-his-face. You were just talking about the defensive guy, Alden Smith.
Yeah.
Raiders picked him up.
Raiders have always represented criminals. Their Super Bowl was won with a bunch of guys that were questionable as far as good citizenship goes, right? And they won a Super Bowl with all them thugs. Yeah. So, but it's not to be condoned. I'm just saying it's a weird thing. God dang it, I liked him too.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and did you read that little article about the 49ers putting a couple $1 million away for the Jerry Rice statue?
Oh, yeah. No. Good. You see, that could have been considered a long time ago. If they could put McVay up in Los Angeles after one lucky year, I don't know why they can't put Jerry Rice up there for multiple years. Yeah. So, good idea. I can't wait to see that.
That's the thing. Yeah, no, because, I know we have one. Don't we have one out there of Joe Montana?
Yeah. And you may as well, in that case, you may as well put Jerry out there and get one for Bill Walsh as well.
Ronnie. Yeah, Bill Walsh, Ronnie Lott.
You know what, Matty, you'd have to have it look like what's that kingdom in China with got the soldiers?
Oh, the Chinese, the clay soldiers.
You know how many statues they'd have out in front? Oh my God, there'd be all kind of statues. We got a lot of guys like that.
Well, what you'd have to do, Ronbo, you'd have to spread them around the inside area of the facility. Yeah, and you got a placard by them.
Yeah.
So they just got to be spread out. But there would be quite a few of them. It'd be nice. It'd be cool.
Actually, they do have one room like that in Santa Clara, where they do have a number of, but it's not it's just a closed room with a bunch of statues in it. But it's time to put them outside, make them big. I agree.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You got to get the lights on them too.
Exactly. Yeah. Remember that year, some guy went and defaced Joe Montana statue, caused a big fight out in front of the place. He says,
"Yeah,
dude,
you remember that?
Would you try to get beat to death out in front of them 49er fans? What are you lost your mind? God.
Yeah. What are you, nuts?
He was lucky he got away with his life. God, because people take that serious.
Yeah.
We may
That's
have
crazy. I would never do that at another person's stadium. I'm respectful, man.
Probably a Rams fan. Hey, Matty, you know what? We may have another wide receiver. Neyor may be the real deal. Now, this guy, he came in as a UDFA, and they only get a certain amount of respect when they come into camp. Coaches know they're good, but everybody else is saying, he may not make the team. But this dude may make the team. All right?
Really?
Isaiah Neyor's. Smooth was talking about him a while back, and I remember that conversation. And then all of a sudden, you didn't hear anything about him because all of the draft picks came in and everything, and probably he got sort of drowned out by them. But now, George Kittle said this dude's a complete freak, man. If he doesn't make anything with special teams to begin with, he will make the team. So George has already got George's endorsement. So we'll see.
That's nuts, man. Well, obviously George knows what he's talking about.
Well, yeah,
so that'll make somebody else pay attention. So maybe that'll make coaches too pay attention. I don't know. That'd be awesome, man. I mean, 49ers are good at picking up dudes like that.
I know it's kind of scary how they do that. It's usually a wide receiver recently, except for a couple. Ronnie Bell being one of them that I didn't need, but Kendrick Bourne, I liked him. Manny, I'm gonna see you. Finish that.
I was gonna throw a little. I'd say I think what plays into some people's success versus their failures is I think some people get put on some teams that they just really don't want to be on, man, and it probably really is deflating.
Yeah, can you imagine? You're not driven like you should be.
So when you want to come play for the 49ers, heck yeah, you want to come play with the 49ers. that'll get more out of a player.
You're damn right. Man, I'll see you Tuesday, all right? Appreciate you, too. Hope you're having trouble. Having fun at that venue, too. All right.
Oh, yeah, dude. It was so much fun. All right, buddy.
We'll see you Tuesday. Night, Matty.
Oh, sorry, buddy. Night, buddy.
Yeah. Is it? Hey, yo, Aaron. AAA. Come on in.
What's up, Ronbo?
Hey, AAA. I'm worried about my boy, man. I mean, that Demo. He's the last guy that thought would get in some trouble where he's going to actually get kicked off the team. And what Smooth said, I could believe that real easily and quick. Demo could be looking for a job coming next week.
Man, I know, man. Wait, you can hear me, Ronbo?
Yeah, you want us to call back? Are you able to talk?
Yeah. Can you call me back then?
Okay, we'll stay on hold. We'll come back to you. Okay. All right. Eric! Come on in, Eric!
Yeah, what's up, Ronbo?
Eric, man, I'm going into depression, man. Well, Eric, we've not had any problems with our guys getting into police trouble since 2018. All of a sudden, here's Demo in police trouble, and really uncalled for. So an up and coming
unbelievable
cornerback, yeah.
Unbelievable,
Eric,
bud.
You guys have only had a couple of times I remember when players went out and hit the wrong curve. I remember that year that Richard Sherman, though, Sherm had went nuts, kicked his lady's door down. I think they were married. Yeah, kicks his wife's door down.
I do remember that.
Yeah, Rich was drunk. I don't know what in the world erupted in him to make him do that. I forgot the situation would motivate him to do that. And I guess, you know what, Eric? There's one thing about being the human experience is your emotions will take over of good sense very often. Eric, have you ever gotten angry with somebody and completely lost it, and then a few minutes later thought about you could have avoided that moment if you would have took control of yourself instead of just losing it?
Definitely.
I think we all have.
Yeah, definitely. And I think, like, with Demo, that was definitely one of those situations. I mean, if he would just kind of behaved himself a little bit, he would not be in this position that he could very well be in right now.
For sure he will, because Smooth just ran that story. That makes sense too. If Kyle doesn't want to be bothered with this, he's going to call New York and say, "Listen, guys, no need to call him in for. Well, you can call him in, but we're letting him go. We'll give him his release back before camp starts. We've got a no tolerance thing going on now, and so."
Yeah. I mean, I think it actually that's one of the things I like about stuff that you guys are building down there, because I mean it just shows that Kyle and John, they're not taking anything. They're not taking anything.
Yeah, they had two guys they had to let go. One was a cornerback before, too. He hadn't really gotten started with the 49ers just yet, but the domestic violence call. I think, if anything, Kyle, John, they really hate the domestic violence thing. And then Reuben gets called on a domestic violence charge. And they tried to give him a good chance. He's a good football player. So you want to see if you can work with him a minute and see if you can put him back on the straight and narrow. And no, Reuben is flawed. And so he got finally kicked off. But it looks like now, according to what Smooth just said, they're not going to, with the zero tolerance policy they have now, probably adapted after Reuben Foster, it means, no, Demo, we're not going to talk about this. And we made this clear to everybody. They probably told everybody on the team, listen, guys, if you don't conduct yourself publicly in a way that's actually becoming of your organization that you should be proud of, we're not going to talk about it. We're just going to say goodbye. Oh, see, that's... I bet that's...
And you know, if they decide to go, that's John Demo.
I know.
That's John Demo.
And especially if you know it. Give the damn keys to the cop and walk away, Demo. And just tell your boy, look, man, I ain't giving up $90 million, man. I don't know what the hell he was doing. I didn't even see the piece, man. And if you cared anything about me, that wouldn't have been the case anyway. You throwing me the keys for anyhow. I'm mad at you myself.
Yeah, because hey, just a heads up for everybody. I'm gonna be fine, but I'm also gonna be off the grid for like the month of July.
Okay.
So I just want to let everybody know that I'm okay.
Okay, good. Because your family situation is, I suspect you were telling us about that.
Traveling.
Oh, just traveling. Okay, good. So that other situation is okay. Okay. It's a good month to travel too. July is going to be gorgeous. All right. Hope you have a good time.
Yeah, bud.
All right. All right, Eric. Anything else you want to add?
Well, I was reading online that Dalbo, the formal tight end for you guys, the site that the radio station site says that he's probably going to make the team, which is good.
Eric,
who
are you talking about in particular?
Tight end Dalbo. He was with you guys last year.
Oh, Sobert. You said Sobert, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because the other day you told me they were cutting him. Okay, so he is going to stay on the team, huh?
Yeah, it looks that way.
Yeah. How many tight ends do you have?
Yeah. Hi, bud.
All right. Eric, well, I will have a good vacation, and we'll see you when you get back. All right?
Hi, bud.
All right. Night, Eric.
Hi, bud.
Night. Anthony!
What it do, Ronbo?
Oh, Anthony, it's what it did. My boy, Demo. You know how much I like Demo? And Demo went and did the dumbass. God.
Ronbo.
Yeah.
I mean, the way I look at it, Ronbo, I mean, Demo, he young. I mean, the chart that he got, it ain't nothing but a little misdemeanor. It ain't nothing but still. He could have been avoided, Ronbo.
Easily. And why were you guys parked blocking? I mean, draw the cops' attention. This is just I wasn't there, but all I can see in my mind, I imagine that, Anthony. This is the stupidest situation I've ever seen. And you guys created it. What the hell are you doing? Of course you're going to draw attention doing this. Oh.
Yeah, I think, Ronbo, the only thing that probably would save Demo is that how much Robert Saleh value him.
I know, right? Oh, Salah's got to be sick. He's probably talking to Kyle because Kyle's talking about dishing him right now. Get the bleep out.
Yeah,
And
That's the
Robert's
whole
probably
thing.
hit his knees. Give him another chance. Come on, I'll keep an eye on him.
But you do realize the other DBs that Fowler brought in. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, especially with the safety position looks like it might be covered with Pinnock and that other kid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So, like I said, it's a misdemeanor. I mean, it ain't meant to go crazy, but like I said, it could have been avoided.
Yeah, you can't be Demo and have that misdemeanor, though. You can't do it. You got to keep your nose clean. You cannot get caught up in this kind of crap.
You know, boy, got to be smarter now, man.
Oh, it's too
You
late.
in the NFL. You're making all this money, and this is your life dream. You feel me? You gonna throw it all away because you want to hang out with. You see what I'm saying?
Yes. You got to make
It's
choices.
crazy, Rambo.
Because Anthony, you know how many dudes throughout the NFL probably have connections with the boys back in the neighborhood. You know. Okay, I could go see them on occasion at the house or something like that, but we ain't running around together. Because you got to know better.
Yeah, some people just smarter than others. Remember, they use their head, Rambo.
Yeah. Apparently.
I guess the demo look. Hey, it ain't no big deal.
And like Smooth pointed out, we got options. Demo, damn.
Yeah. I mean, Rambo. I like Demo. I don't like you, Rambo. Demo, I like him.
He's got a heart.
I hope we keep him.
I do too. Give him one more chance. And make clear to him you get Demo. As he's walking up the door, I said, Demo, you understood what I said, right? We can't have this conversation again, man. Please, watch yourself.
Yeah.
God, just.
Hey, Rambo.
Yeah.
Young drafted free agent Isaiah Neyor.
Yeah.
Rambo.
Yeah.
I told you months ago that boy gonna be dangerous. That boy dangerous, man.
Everybody's talking about him early on, and then all of a sudden it got quiet about him. So I was wondering nobody's saying about him anymore. So yeah.
Then because they're not everybody that got wide-eyed. Oh, Jordan Watkins.
Well, you got to pick because he was picked up before the draft. No, right after the draft. So after things settled down and they looked at the draft picks, as you know, you ranking in the draft gives you a little bit of clout. So I'm going to look at you first. And like you're saying, Jordan Watkins all of a sudden is all that, and Nayer's being watched.
He not picked up seeing everybody. Then you had Brock Purdy talking about Jordan Watkins.
You right? He talked a lot about him too.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? And that says a lot. That says a lot. The man that delivered the ball talking. You see what I'm saying?
Yes. So
That says a lot.
Especially when he's talking about him over and
Then
over.
at the same time, you got to understand. George Kittle put his stamp on that boy, man.
I know, right? That's
Put his
big
stamp on,
points.
Yeah.
Can't cut him now.
Yeah, and, Kyle, you know how Kyle is. I do believe Kittle. I do believe Kittle. What he said means something to Kyle and them now.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, he's like the chairman of the board out there in the field now. So
Yeah.
That's a big endorsement, though. To say they were like, whoa! I mean, you get a whoa factor out of George Kittle, and he's seeing everything you can see in the NFL. This guy's got to be special.
And then look at the undrafted free agent edge rusher, Sebastian Valdez. They talk about him too. They talk about he's a freak.
See, Anthony, a lot of people don't believe we're going anywhere this year as far as record, playoffs. There's a lot of people who don't think the 49ers doing anything.
You know how they be? You know how these on PFL be getting the grades out for the draft picks?
Mm-hmm.
Don't you know? After they've been looking at these practices.
Yeah.
And they went back and reviewed our picks. They gave us an A. Bro. A
couple weeks ago, I saw that.
They turned around and gave us an A.
See? These people don't understand. We're making these kind of rankings. They don't understand. We got some scouts that are badasses.
Yeah.
They do this all the time.
And when I heard that, I said, "Oh, now y'all want to get an A?" They turned around and gave us an A, Rambo.
Bearless gave us a C
they said,
that day.
In the day when I was looking at this little sports thing, they said the number one sleeper team going to this year is the 49ers.
Woo! Look out! If CMC stays healthy, it goes without saying. You know? So
they started naming about, let's say, the reason why we're going to be the sleeper because everybody's sleeping, talking about because we lost Debo, Funga, and Dre Greenlaw.
Yeah, it's okay.
But then, like dude said, those players that you naming, they weren't hardly available anyway on the field, and Debo had fell off anyway, Rumble.
Anthony, we got to go, but listen, this is the class we're going to be holding starting from next month. So, Anthony, let me see you Tuesday.
All right, Rumble.
Appreciate you, Anthony. Have a great night, fam.
Appreciate you.
Thanks, Anthony. Go back and check out AAA, and AAA's still standing in the airport, out on the tarmac. At AAA.
Ronbo.
Yeah. I still hear you surrounded by a lot of noise. Are you okay yet?
Wait, hold on. Okay, now you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I could, but before I could also hear everything else going on around you. It seems to have cleared up. AAA, come on in, man. Listen,
yeah, what's up, Ronbo?
Yeah, I as you saw me on X crying about Demo, See, this is like we may have to do without him this year. Smooth just gave us a report, inside report from a friend of his that knows Kyle Shanahan is not happy with what happened, right? You don't want to make a person mad right now. Kyle Shanahan's patience are probably that long, right? Because, he's bound through the years. They've been through some situations, and all of a sudden they got everything all cleaned up. And players have been scared. I got a feeling since 2018, people have been afraid to act up with the 49ers because the 49ers might have made it clear, look, guys, we love and appreciate all of you guys. We're not going to tolerate any problems out on the streets of any city in America. Don't get any altercations that come back to us and we find out about it, and we have to act upon it because we won't. And if we think for 1 minute you're guilty as charged, we're going to have to say goodbye. I mean, I got a feeling that might have happened. Demo might be done. Are we going to be okay without Demo? What do you think about this, what he did? What was he doing?
Yeah, I mean, he is just like, when I guess, like, they were both in the car and, and I think Demo didn't, like, comply with the officer, I think.
Yeah, exactly right.
So, and I think one of his friends held like a weapon, something like that.
Laying right on the seat. So
I don't know.
Oh, that's a report. That's two different sources give that report.
Yeah,
so, it's probably true.
I mean, I hope it doesn't turn out like, remember that
Alden Smith?
The Alden Smith? Yeah.
I mean, Alden was loaded. So you do stupid things when you're loaded. Alden got the weapon laying right out on the seat. You can really clearly see it. But Alden's probably thinking,
right?
Officer, that weapon ain't concealed. It's laying right there in the seat. What are you talking about? All right, Mr. Smith. Can I get you out of your car, please? See, this is, I don't know, what are they thinking?
I mean, I really don't know because, and that's why, during the off season, like, I feel like, I mean, I know they want to spend time with their
family and stuff,
Sure.
during the off
He's got a big
season,
family too.
I mean,
He's number 9 of 12
but
children.
I mean,
oh,
if I was a football player, I would go to practice first, then go home. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So,
Yeah. I mean, you don't need to. Yeah, you don't need to totally avoid everybody you've known, but you got to know when situations are controllable. You got to stay out of environments and situations with certain guys that you know can draw that kind of attention.
Yeah.
You got to think. Do I want to continue with what I've gotten lucky to be? How many people do you know want to play football and play in the NFL and will never make it? So, and there you are, Demo. You made it.
Exactly.
And what do you do?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I think he has a son too.
He does. Yeah, he has. He hasn't married the baby's mama, but yeah, he does have a son. Dedicated his first INT to his son upon him being born. That's a while back. So, he's been a dad for a while.
Yeah, so, hopefully he'll maybe get suspended at least. I don't know how many games, but
I would say a minimum of 3. Minimum of 3 with a possibility maximum of 6.
Yeah. When I first saw that, I was like, DMO.
Can't believe it, right? God.
Yeah.
In fact, you posted it up. That was the first I seen of it. I had the same reaction. I said, oh, hell no. Really? Oh, man.
Yeah.
And that was before I even read the details.
And I think the last time we had that a player was arrested was with Reuben Foster.
Exactly right.
He was So, but I think Reuben Foster was doing like that marijuana, something like that.
Yeah, I was just saying. Well, you say that's the thing, because Reuben never lived thug life. He's not from L.A., right? But Reuben just dumbass when it comes to women. Reuben is the dumbest dude I've ever seen regarding women. What are you doing? And why does she, Reuben? What do you do to? If she's already told you she'd call the police on you, then maybe you should think about we shouldn't do this anymore. No. Reuben kept hanging in there, kept messing with her, I guess. She called the police. The police, they hate it. Domestic altercations where guys are hurting women, oh, the cops will knock your door down with the car.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, so...
Dang.
Oh, man.
But, and George Kittle was talking about Neyor. He's a freak.
Yeah. I can't wait to see this dude, man. That means he's going to dominate preseason games. I mean, I don't know who. Ain't not going to be nobody. There's nobody going to be able to cover him if he's anything like George is talking about. Exciting times ahead.
No.
Yeah. We got a while to go. We got weeks to wait.
I know.
We'll hear about it in practice, though. We can't take it seriously in practice, but.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah. It's going to be really interesting to see Neyor doing.
We got to go, fam. I'm so stressed out on Demo. We're taking too much time on him. Listen, I'll see you Tuesday, okay?
I know. All right, Ronbo.
All right.
Have a good night.
You too, AAA. Thanks, fam. Hey, yo, Steven! Steven, get in here, man.
Man, why? Why?
There's just never any answer to these kind of questions.
Well,
I have no idea.
That's the question we always ask ourselves every season, either during the season or before the season even starts, is why. When we got a good something stupid. It's Murphy's Law.
Isn't it?
When
we fall
something
prey to
can
that
go wrong,
all the time.
it goes wrong.
Yeah. We've had games where that happened.
I mean,
Murphy just running around all over the stands.
Like, bro, really, like, if that's your boy, like, you really gotta make that inner circle smaller. Cause I know for a fact, I'm serious. I know for a fact, if I'm riding with somebody and they have a piece on them, I'm tripping. I'm automatically assuming, like, bro, like, if we get pulled over, you and I are both going down. I'm not going down with you because, for one, I heard Demo wasn't even the driver.
No, I know it's the thing. So you don't need. You can get out of
He
the car.
wasn't even the driver.
God.
So it's
Steven,
like,
yeah, I mean,
he just didn't want to get out.
Steven, do you?
And so,
go ahead.
From what I'm understanding, this is what I read, is his boy had the gun in the car. It was underneath the seat. I don't know which seat it was under. I don't know if it was under the driver's seat or under Demo's seat. But I guess his boy tossed him the keys, and Demo didn't want to surrender the keys and didn't want to get out of the car. Technically, he's okay, but then at the same time,
you gotta give it
he's
up.
not okay because it's like, you could be an accomplice to
If
whatever.
the cop asks you, you got to give the keys. And Demo didn't want to give it to him.
It seems like more or less like it's like the LAPD was just kind of pressing the issue because one, they realized Deommodore Lenoir is a superstar athlete and he plays for the Niners and he's in LA.
As if Rudy's writing up all over X. Rudy, shut up.
So
God.
It seems like they're just trying to make an example out of him and make a case out of it. Because let's be real, LAPD has been known from time and time again that when they pull a celebrity or an athlete over, they make a bigger issue out of it than it usually is.
Because TMZ's in the neighborhood, they got to get it on TMZ. I know.
Yeah, they got to. They have to. They have to make a scene because that's how it has to go down. It's to me, I can tell you right now, the case is going to get thrown out.
You think so?
He technically does have to appear, but his attorney has to be there mainly. And I think what's going to happen is it's going to get thrown out because it's just a stupid example case, like where it's like, okay, this person had the gun here, this person's fingerprints are all over it, yada yada. He didn't know. He was sitting passenger because it's sitting passenger in someone else's car that has a loaded firearm in it. It can go one of two ways. If your attorney's smart, they can be like, oh no, really, it's he's not at fault. He had no idea, which most likely is the case. Not many people know someone's riding hot when they get in the car until it's too late. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if you know your boy, you know he is. And I have a feeling Demo knows the dude was packing because he probably always has. The point is they shouldn't have got pulled. Got the cops should have not walked over there.
He was double parked.
That's what I'm saying. Why? You guys live in that area. You know how things work. Stop it. Oh.
Exactly. So to me, it's like you did something stupid, right? Your boy did something stupid, and he made it worse, and then you just didn't help either. You didn't help the situation because I don't know what he was trying to do. I mean, I get you don't
he's sticking up
want
for
to get out
his
of the car because it's not his fault. But if you're sticking up for your boy and you know he's got a loaded firearm, then you're just as stupid as he is because you just threw everything away.
And
he's your boy.
And you guys, we're not equal. You get way more compensation in your life than he is. So why would you put yourself down at that level for even one moment? You can still respect him and be his friend, but don't romp with him while he's out doing his little adventures.
Ronbo, if worse comes to worse and they let's say they find Demo guilty of association or whatever, or let's say God forbid something with that gun, something that has to do with that gun traces back to a prior incident. God, man. I'm telling you right now, he lost everything.
Then the cases get expanded.
Everything.
Connect him. Oh, man.
Yeah, they're going to try to say, he was in connection, even though he probably wasn't. But because of that one incident of him sticking up for his boy,
you got to answer questions.
They're going to try to tie it.
Yeah, they're going to investigate.
District attorney. they're gonna do that. That's how they are, man. And unfortunately, if it comes down to that road, we got to say goodbye to probably one of the best, most productive, and most talented corners we probably ever have in this 21st century on our team.
That they drafted.
Suck,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And he grew. That's the thing. He grew with the team and progressively got better.
That's why I
shut down corner.
him so much. I said, Debo, you weren't all that good when you first came, honestly. And all of a sudden, you got all kind of respect out there.
Yeah, now he's kept up with some of the greats, and it's nice to see that. But man, dude, like, why are you gonna choose something stupid like a pick an incident, man, and do something that stupid? It sucks, man. You know, because this is one player that I was really happy that progressed and got better.
Yeah.
And what's crazy too is that he wasn't a loudmouth talker like, you know, a lot of the people in the room. He was just like, okay, I'm gonna let my production show. I'm gonna let my production show. He doesn't go on the media and make a big stink. He doesn't go to the press and make a big stink. He doesn't go on the internet and make a big stink. No, he talks shit on players and proves it. He backs it up. So he's got a lot of respect in that, in everyone's eyes, man. Deommodore Lenoir, the Hyena, is probably the most respected player in that locker room. As a rookie that was drafted, that was never good, that progressively got better with age, man. It just sucks. You know, again, man, one wrong decision can change your life forever.
Well, that goes for everybody, too, no matter what you do. Real quick, fam, because we're going to run out of time here. What your feeling about Isaiah Neyor?
It's probably, like I said, it's probably going to get thrown out. Most likely it's going to get thrown out. Niners, give this kid a second chance, honestly.
Maybe.
I mean, I think they are. I don't think they're really going to be super crazy about it because, you know, him just saying, no, I don't want to get out. You know, I don't want to give the keys. That's petty bullshit. In the case, will probably get tossed out as something like, okay, well, you guys try to do that, blah, 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 blah. So, you know, it is what it is. But hopefully, you know, if nothing happens, he learns from it and cuts that boy straight out his life.
Well, you probably will now, no matter what. He's probably pissed off, too. All right, fam. I'm gonna see you Tuesday, and maybe we'll get some good news between now and Tuesday. It ain't but 24 hours or so, 24, 40 hours, but still, anything good.
Like I said, man, it'll probably get tossed out. Most likely, it'll get tossed out because it seems like it's just a cop was just wanting to make a scene and make an example out of him just because of his status, you know.
He is okay. All right, Steven. Always appreciate you. We'll see you Tuesday.
No problem, Ronbo. I'll see you Tuesday.
All right, Phil.
Have a good night,
Steven. You too. Thanks. And okay. So that's a wrap, Pam. We're making short and sweet tonight because there's not a lot to roll down. So I just wanted to see your opinion on the DMO situation. Would be nice though if Steven's right, and maybe my boy Smooth. Maybe his inside people maybe caught Kyle when Kyle was throwing things across the room and yelling and screaming and kicking things. And maybe Kyle has cooled down in the last 24 hours. Because, man, this doesn't make any sense to get in this kind of trouble over this. Not like that. I mean, if you really did something, okay, goodbye. But come on, Demo. What did you do? Anyway, man, I'll be back Tuesday. And Mr. Block Ice, hey, don't put yourself in bad situations after BS. Mr. Block Ice, so true. Thanks for that contribution as well. Because, man, I don't know. I'll tell you something, though. Even, I think I was just maybe a year or so older than Demo. My little brother, Reggie, he was in thug life. He's a little soldier. I love my little brother, Reggie. But I remember that time he got in the car when I was getting run him down to someplace. And we was living in the East Bay, right? Just out. And in Berkeley, California, the Berkeley PD, I always think Berkeley felt like, I think Berkeley felt somewhat inferior to Oakland PD because Oakland PD got all the action. It was busy all day long, right? So Reggie gets in the car. He wants me to run him towards San Leandro. And I says, Reggie, man, okay. So he gets in the car. And I notice, Reggie's got this jacket. You can see the piece was right on the side. Reggie, you packing, ain't you? All right. Get out, man. What? Get out. Get out. Get out. Man, you gonna do me like that? Yeah, I'm gonna do you like that. So you know what? This is my brother. So my friend, it's even less trouble. Reggie got his little ass out, and I didn't talk to Reggie for like a year or so. And but there's times in your life where you gotta make choices. I ain't getting pulled over in Berkeley because my little brother's an idiot. I mean, come on, man. It's not something that runs in the family. So football players with their whole life in front of them with that kind of money, they gotta use better judgment. This is the second time, third time. Alden, Reuben, maybe possibly now DMO. All three situations involving weapons. Doesn't make any sense. It's like Stephen pointed out with Murphy's Law. Well, okay. We'll see what happens next. I'm looking for you Tuesday. Maybe something good by then. Maybe Tuesday we can say, hey, DMO gets another shot. 2 games, 3 games suspension. We can live with that. Anyway, fam, use good judgment. Don't do anything stupid. Thanks for the contribution, Mr. Block Ice. Please, don't forget to subscribe before you leave so we can talk some more come Tuesday. Niners!